My name is Greg. I'm the owner of FunnelPros, and I want to just go over exactly what we provide and what we offer. So, the value that we bring to the table is we're a marketing partner. So, we're not just some random agency that does random things. We come up with an overall vision and overall strategy that will work for your company. We can't make these crazy guarantees like, 70 booked appointments for $1,000. It just doesn't make sense. It's just not the way the world works. If anyone is making these guarantees, and there's a lot of people out there making these guarantees, it's just impossible. And furthermore, if a company like us or one of our competitors is doing a good job, why shouldn't they be able to make a living off of what they're doing? I mean, if they're doing a great job, they should be able to charge a fair fee. And but the problem is that so many people are just going for this quick win by promising 70 booked appointments, or your money back, that it's kind of like it clouds your vision. I mean, I can't really understand what's going on when some shiny object is kind of being dangled in front of me. What ends up happening, I think usually, what at least in my discovery is that it's bullshit, right? I remember when I hired a PR firm when I was about 24. I was putting on a big show. I got my start in promoting concerts and putting on events. And I used to always come up with these guerrilla marketing ideas, these PR ideas to get the word out. And I remember one day I was just so overwhelmed, I decided to hire a PR firm. So I took the train up to Tarrytown and I met with this woman who kind of, showed me this whole book of her and all these celebrities and, really kind of gave me a golden goose egg kind of a pitch. And she sold me. And I gave her $12,000. And she sent two interns down to the event to kind of see what was going on. These interns didn't know anything. She called them publicists, but they weren't publicists. They didn't know how to do anything. And I lost my money. There was absolutely no results. But that golden pitch that she gave me was so good that I kind of bit it. And I swallowed this large invoice that never fulfilled any results. And since then, I've made it an absolute core value of ours to deliver on what we say we can do. So what we say we can do is what we can do. I've been doing this for my whole life. And I know what's possible and I know what's not possible. I don't know everything, but I know bullshit when I see it. So what we can offer is a true marketing partnership. We can look at your SEO, your Facebook ads. We can look at your website. We can look at your email marketing, your SMS marketing. We can look at your CRM, how you're operating, your marketing being passed off to your sales and your office managers. And we can take a look and see what doesn't look right here. Aside from that, we have an overall strategy, an overall vision, right? And that's the problem with a lot of agencies is they don't have any sort of vision. They kind of just start doing tactics like running ads or doing local SEO, and that all helps, sure, but it's not an overall vision that can withstand the change of time. I mean, technology moves fast, and you need to have something that can keep in the race as everything is changing. And so what we do is we put together an actual strategy that we feel proud of and that we would broadcast at an event and shout out and show everybody exactly what we're doing. There are no crazy guarantees we offer. The one guarantee that I can offer is that if you keep hiring bullshit artists, you will keep getting bullshit. If you want a professional marketing agency that actually knows what they're doing. I was just reading this sales book, and it's funny because they say, no one wants to pay for professional, right? Nobody, they want, value and funny, and, these are the types of, sales presentations that actually get picked up. And while, I have always thought, like, there's no point in giving a sales presentation, just say what it is you do. And if what you do is valuable, there should be a sale. If it works for the, for the lead that I'm talking to, and it works for their business, there really shouldn't be much selling going on. It's just like, look, if you've got a problem with your marketing and you think you could be doing better, why don't we try to see if we could do better, right? But you may be, there might be something going on that we can't fix. But if we can't fix it, at the very least, we know how to fix it, right? We may not offer that particular service, but if, for instance, there's some sort of a large gap in the marketing qualified leads and the sales qualified leads, we may not, it may be in your best interest to really dial in and get some sales training for your entire staff. But, what we can do is we can kind of help a little bit by, qualifying the leads and nurturing the leads to make sure that by the time they call, they are ready and primed, not just for small ticket, but for big ticket items, right? Because we only put out, we only advertise big ticket items because we know that that's what kind of brings the money in. And we advertise the smaller ticket items on the back end, and we cross sell those. And that's a way to kind of increase the repeat business and get, the customer lifetime value up a little bit. But, right out of the gate, most people are willing to buy the high ticket items if they're positioned properly. But anyway, I can't remember exactly what I was talking about. But, my point is that what we can do is we can put together a strategy for you that we know is going to work. And if it doesn't work right out of the way, or right out of the gate, all we have to do is just kind of whittle it down to see exactly which metrics are not matching up. We believe in numbers here. So we just look at the numbers. All we have to do to see if something's working is to look at the funnel metrics. And if we see, okay, we're getting this many leads and this many, but it's dropping off right here. So let me rephrase that. We're getting this many leads, but we're not getting this many jobs. Okay, why? Why is that happening? So we look at the numbers. Okay, well, the lead to booked call ratio is this. The booked call to estimate ratio is this. The estimate to job, ratio is this. Okay, so here's where the problem is. And then we fix that. And then we move on until the funnel is, functioning properly. The other thing that we can do is no matter what's going on, we're always evaluating to make sure that everything is everything is up to date and keeping up with the times. So, there's a very good chance that search could be really a bad game plan in the coming years with the advent of AI, right? People just may not be using it a couple years from now. So what happens if all of those reviews you have on Google stop producing all of those SEO results that they were, and people stop even looking at reviews? I mean, what are you going to do? What happens if Facebook goes away? What happens if Google goes away? What happens if all of these things disappear? Do you have a strategy that you can rely on that is independent of what is happening in the world of technology and just independently standing on its own, strong, sturdy, and, willing to provide? And that's kind of what we focus on. So if you would like to go over a little bit more about, what it would look like working with us, the first thing we have to do is talk to you and just see where you're at, what's not working, what would you like to be working a little bit better, where are you at revenue wise, where do you want to get to, are there any other problems, are you having problems, hiring technicians, is this going to be a problem if we're scaling, is there a certain revenue number that we need to kind of try to get to so that, we don't overload the business, all of these, different types of questions need to be asked so that we can make a clear evaluation of what needs to be addressed first, right? Because not all marketing strategies are the same. It's not a one size fits all. We need to see what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, and we need to build a campaign based off of that. So if you're interested in speaking to one of our funnel specialists, we do offer a free consultation. So, every doctor, lawyer, they offer free consultations for a reason, because they know that if it's a good, if the meeting ends well, then it's going to be a fruitful relationship for them and for the client, right? And that's what we hope by providing a free consultation and kind of going over all your marketing. And just, if it's not a good fit, at least you'll have a very good, clear direction on what to do. Because we will absolutely make recommendations on exactly where we see the pitfalls. And, if it is a good fit, we can really paint a picture and get everybody excited about what could be, right? Because this is the way to increase, to get rid of all of the wealth disparity. This is a way to increase the middle class. This is a way to get people from, to put up a fight, right, against those big corporations and private equity firms that are just buying up all of these contractors and making it impossible to compete. This is a way to do it, to get your marketing better than their marketing. And so we want to be a part of that. So if you're interested, you can book an appointment below or above or wherever the button may be at the time that you're witnessing this video, and we can just chat. How does that sound? For me, this is the only way to do it. So with that being said, I look forward to chatting with you. And if you have any sort of questions, just jot them down and just make sure you got them ready for our appointment, and we'll go over it step by step. So I look forward to chatting with you, and I will see you soon.